Hello. I'm really excited to be playing this today. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. I almost said Ace Attorney Pet Detective. Like, Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Wow. That dates me just a little bit. Anyway, yeah, welcome back. Last time we finished Turnabout Goodbyes. And then that was emotional. It affected me a lot more than I thought it would, to be honest. Today we are starting the 5th case. Now this case is a little different. So when the original game released, it only had 4 cases, and Turnabout Goodbyes was the ending. But then when this was released in the West for the DS, they added this 5th case, Rise from the Ashes, and there's some mixed opinions about this case, and it has some weaknesses. It has some parts of it that are a little... They leave something to be desired, but I think this case is really good. It's very long. It's very long. But this is the last case of this game. And you might be wondering, but Maya's gone! Well, you'll see. Yeah, before we get started, I gotta, like, talk about fucking Persona 3 Reload for just a second. It's so good so far. I'm not even 5 hours in. I, like, just got to fucking do Tartarus on my own. It's so fun. Everyone's done such a good job with the voice acting. Atlas truly made it. It's the same game as FES or the original, but for the modern era, and that's truly what I wanted. And I have a story to tell, but I'll wait till more people are here to hear it. So let's just get into this, shall we? I'm not as familiar with this case as I am with the first 4, so this should be interesting. They really wanted you to know that this was on the DS. Hey, girl. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Oh boy. Hey, February! I wonder if we'll catch up to the actual date. That'd be crazy. Why do I come here to the office every— God, you're so right, Phoenix. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Okay, how should I do your voice, my dear? How should I do your voice? I'm thinking. Okay, it's gonna be a work in progress, but like... There you are, finally. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Ms. Mia Fey no longer works here. Just say that she passed away, Phoenix. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Oh, wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then! You're better than nobody! I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time! But please, you have to help! It's my sister! Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much! My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? I love Emma so much. Can I see my badge? See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. He's like, wow! Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. I am short on rent this month. Wait, would he say anything about the plant? Mia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up here on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from the clients, though. Hi, Nim! Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. Then my foot hurt too. He's so lame. I love him. Mia's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I ought to at least dust it off once in a while. Hello! Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. Egads! The bellboy was staring. Why is he like this? Bellboy's staring right at me. They mock me. Yeah, that's my favorite. I couldn't remember when that line came up, but it's one that has stayed in my head for a little while. Oh, Nim, I will have to show you the wonderful haul that Alexis sent me. But since you're here, I'm going to share my story. And Alexis, you kind of heard this already, but allow me to tell my story. So I started P3R, and if you know, you know, I guess, but like, I love Akihiko. Like, I have a figure of him that I bought in Japan and I cried. I was so happy, and there's a funny picture of me holding the shopping bag from Mandarake in front of like this big billboard in Ibaraki, like hee. And anyway, I love him very much. And while I do like the new voice actor, it is a transition, you know, it's not Liam O'Brien. But so I'm going through the story, and then you have to go to the police station to do a little thing, and Officer Kurosawa is there, and he opens his mouth, and I said out loud, "Is that fucking Liam?" Is that Liam O'Brien? And so I googled it real fast, and it was like, they made this cool connection by making Officer Kurosawa and P3R be Liam O'Brien, because like Akihiko talks to and like knows Officer Kurosawa from something, and I was like, I can't believe that I recognized him from like one sentence. He didn't even finish the sentence, but I was like, that's Liam. I know him. I know that guy. He's that guy. That's my boy. I know him. So, there will be Akihiko-related jokes more than usual going forward, because now he is in the forefront of my mind. He's there again. He's in the driver's seat. And we are going to the beef bowl place. Maybe we could meet up there? Yeah. Anyway, alright, Emma time. Actually, my friend, another story, but much shorter. My friend had a child recently, and her daughter's name is Emma, spelled this exact way. And I was like, I'm gonna get this, when she's old enough, I'm getting her into either the Japanese or English dub of Gyakuten Saiban. Like, it's happening. Anyway. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just, you seem kind of, jumpy? Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, you're an infant. It already says you're 16, but you're like an infant. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, and my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it! She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. She would use a sword. She has class. The way she says it. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her! You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't falter for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new... It's also coming, I don't know. It's just lower. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. But first, my sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? Well, what about your parents? Why are you asking? Just believe them. They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright. Way to ruin the mood, King. You know what is also gonna happen? I take this zip patch off of my chin. It's a little weird to talk a lot with it on. Usually I only have these type on when I'm asleep, but my chin was so full of little spots when I got out of the shower that I was like, this is gonna go on for a few hours. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Oh, how did I do her voice again? Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want any visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Just making fun of this man's stutter? It's so rude. Hey. Hi, Alana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? She's so... Hey. Oh, she's so Willowa-coated. Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? She's chief. Do you know what chief means, Phoenix? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Would you like to see my badge? Your badge looks new. I polish it daily. In a few years, the gold plating will flake off. Then we'll see the real you. Ugh, whatever happened to innocent small talk? Give it 3 years, then we'll see what you have become. I came out here to have a good time, Lana. If you know, you know. Not a good feeling. Okay. There's something you should know from the start. Which is, the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright. Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. My, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? You're so inappropriate. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. She gives a little bit Mitsuru. And maybe that's just because I'm playing P3R right now, but there's something about her that gives Mitsuru. You know what I mean? Like, this, like attached to duty and removing oneself from all else. Prioritizing everything else, even family over, like, the sense of duty. Yeah. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. A prosecutor's office, huh? Your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. Especially the cutscene you just watched. Yeah, have you played this case before? By the way? I was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. At least half of it? Okay, cool. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Maybe a walnut. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. She's like, you don't know me? God, she's so pretty. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted! Lana was top of her class in school. He's like, okay, whatever you say. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. He was like, Sorry. It's just so funny. She's like, intellectually. It's not what you think. They're not gay. Girls can find other girls attractive sometimes. I like to interpret this. Emma's like, I do not want to think about my sister's love life. I love the idea of Emma, like, not having come out herself yet and being like, girls can think other girls are pretty sometimes. Okay, like, if I see a girl with, like, a cute butt, that's normal. If I think about kissing her, everyone thinks about kissing girls. Even girls. It's super normal. Gals being pals. Come on, Mr. Wright. He's like, I don't know about that. And in his head, he hears Maya's voice, like, gay, homosexual, gay. I personally headcanon Emma as, like, pansexual, at least bisexual. Like, I don't think that she is a lesbian. But also, it's the world is your fucking oyster. Anyway. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright. Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. And I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay! I do love Emma's theme, too. I already showed you my badge. I won't make you. Oh, wait. What to do? Any ideas? Aw, darn. So this is the lot where it all happened? Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. Hey! He's here. You know, do you ever get that character that you have a character that you're like, if I see this character, automatically think of one single person. It's not like, oh, I associate this character with like many other people, you know, where it's like, I have a lot of friends who like one certain character, you know, but this character, I know one person who has so much love for this minor character. And I respect it so much. So I will do my best. You're just in time. Welcome. Also, isn't it super late for you? Or is it not any later than usual? I always forget what time it is in that part of the world. Okay, it's not too late. I can't even do it without laughing because I just see Owen Wilson. You expect him to go unnoticed to your partner? Partner? What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies. 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 It's IES at the end of a word really gets me. I was with my students and there's these like candies that are Easter candies. They're just called Eggies. It really got me. Oh shit. Anyway, folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Boo. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Eggies, it's so funny! Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. His theme is really good, yeah. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. I there's something. Oh, in Spiritfarer, there's a character who calls like Bambina. I don't remember what it originates from for sure, but like I think it's also something used in Italian. And there's a character in Spiritfarer who uses it. And so when he was saying Bambina in Spiritfarer, I was like, oh my god, it's Marshall. Except it's not. They're like super different. But also, it's so funny that like this game included like Texas otaku, because that's real. That's very real. There are like people in Japan who are like obsessed with Texas. So I love that he's just like Texas otaku. Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Was that a hombre, a friend of Yo hablo un poquito español. A friend of yours? It's girl in Italian. Okay. I knew it was a word in Italian. I think it is also used in Spanish, but I'm not sure. It might not be. 'Cause ita is like the like chiquita or ito is like the diminutive in Spanish. Like gato, gatito is los gatitos. More so in Italian. Kind of. Sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West? Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Actually, can I talk to you? Oh, no, I can't. Damn. Okay. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Chica or chiquita. Okay, that makes sense. Aha! The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe, you know, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? What are they talking? What are they saying? Hi, oh my god, hi. How old is she? Oh, I'm older than Lana now. What is this? Double Emma's age. That's so wretched. Okay. I can't believe it won't let me observe that, but okay, this is sticking out. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer? Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it! You're so fucking stupid. This is real basic. Anything in a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? It sounds like theft to me. Hastily stuffed in the pocket. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for... She's been waiting for this. You know what I said at the beginning? I was like, there's gonna be more Akihiko jokes. But now the game is giving them to me. I've been waiting for this. Okay, now. Look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Sorry, the bass in this is so good. Like, the bass drum. Also, Akihiko brain rot is so real. I mean, he's always kind of there, but... I love him. Emma and Maya are bigger thieves than the character who actually says they're a thief. Literally! I think though, they become the new trio. You know what I mean? Like, they would become the new trio. In my head, that's what they are. Oh, look! I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of the A button. Oh. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID number 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess. Though I don't see what science has to do with it. Soft sciences, maybe. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Can I examine my badge? I can. There's my number. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought I had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Uh-huh. Well, that's no fun. Yeah. It's a gorgeous design, though. Sorry. Can I do more with this? Okay, well. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly? They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID YABADAB. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yeah, the dab. I've never seen this before. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. It doesn't take much to amuse her. She's just like me. Sorry, Yamada really got me. Okay. Aha! A ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. It's interesting though, like, with the whole numbers versus letters thing. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Like, when I think of, like, the language part of it. Ooh, look at that little red sports car. Numbers are more universal in that, because, like, there are lots of languages that, like, while they may not have converted to using singularly, like, the Roman alphabet, they have converted to using, like, the numbers that we're used to, right? So I think it does make more sense in an international mindset. Look, a door! This must mean something! I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open! A mysterious lock! I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? She's like, fucking have no joy in your heart. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Hello. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, well. The little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please! No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. I forgot he said that. Might just find you a cerveza you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should just check out the room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Thanks. Right, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Oh, fuck. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? Hey. Hey, girly. What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Ah! Torisoborodon! Kana? Kana? The food here. Hold on. Sometimes there's like weird shit in these, but I think this is supposed to be torisoborodon. Torisoborodon is like shredded chicken and shredded egg. Like half and half over rice. Usually with like ginger, like on this, or like edamame. It's so good. It's a perfect comfort. Now I really want to eat it. Really, really good. Hello. Half and half, was it? Or I guess, you know what? She's more of like a ara. Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. So it's like tempura don. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on this lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. The stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up queen. Queen, please! Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, mommy. Yes, ma'am. Yipes. She means it. Hello, would you like to see my badge? A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? It's just pickled vegetables. Is that just pickled daikon over rice? That's all it is. That makes my stomach hurt. Wow, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you are showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Because you probably are. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the... Is it homage? 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 I don't know how to say this word. Homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for the king of prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. I don't want to throw up. Yeah, I don't want to throw up either, Emma. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack just to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Ms. Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's trilobite lunch set. I think this was just a fish. Like, is it himono? Where it's like dried fish that you cut open, but it's like a fucked up version of it. Never mind. You win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches. And since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. You're so mean, Phoenix. She's like 16. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Nah. I almost misread that line. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Okay, I think I've done everything I can do with you. So why don't we go here? Hey! I know this room. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Oh. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Hey, girl, hey. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan! No, you're not! My sister introduced us once, and... Right. Her sister's the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No! Did I? No! It was just Mr. Wright here, Hey! Don't blame me! We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty... I forgot that she's so savage. A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. Alright, well, sorry, I'm snooping through. We gotta go here first. Hey, a chessboard. She cannot stop roasting him unintentionally. It's just easy. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Surrounding. There's so... He's... God, they're so obsessed with each other. Get a room. They're so annoying. Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Aww. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. I love that Phoenix and Edgeworth kind of rip into each other all the time. It's so funny. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. She's just like me for real. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool! Sofa hair is cool? They're so... I've been wondering. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah. Yeah. This is a very, like, California, where people are like, Edward's so British coded. I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's just stuck up. He's just arrogant, because in his worst moments, in his most human moments, he is so California coded. Yeah, you've got a problem with that. I didn't design thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of sounds like Employee of the Month, only better. Wait, more to examine? So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations! King of Prosecutors! Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket. Right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one! Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? I don't think so. At least his stalker gets him nice things. Wow! What a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out of this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Yeah, honestly, same. Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. Okay, I would love to have my own tea set, but I move too often. If I ever was in a place that was more permanent, I would absolutely get a nicer tea set and start buying actual tea leaves again. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Hey, he's not there yet. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. We're literally lawyers, Emma. That's what we do. We sue people. It's not what lawyers do. Look at my badge. Oh! Read! I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to— what? Huh? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet, my path is laid clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright! Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh. He'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, Wright. I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah.
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then?
Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
Now that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand... Oh, wait! What did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow.
You? Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. It's almost like this fifth case had more character time for me or something. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Surprise, bitch, you thought you wouldn't have to yeah. I missed him, though. I missed him being opposite the court for me. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop.
But...
Some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny.
Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one.
Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
Mr. Edgeworth, you have a knife with you? Actually, you know, I understand why he would. He may not have before DL6, but after DL6, I would also carry some kind of, like, concealment weapon, like, not a gun, but, like, a knife or something, or pepper spray, something, because I would be fucking scared. You know, you get Von Karma, both Phoenix and Edgeworth, like, you put fucking Von Karma in jail. It's scary as hell. Dealing with the mafia lady, it's scary as hell. Like, it's actually not so unusual. To be specific, It was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
Could you tell me more about yesterday? The day of the murder? Ugh, sorry. Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And I had to miss the fucking Steel Samurai episode because of it. Yeah, even if you didn't go through those, I think keeping a knife in your toolbox is also personally reasonable. Yeah. Like, a small knife in a toolbox honestly makes a lot of sense. Because if you needed to cut, like, rope or something like that, or cut your way out of something, yeah. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves in our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back.
What right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh! Damn it, I wish Danny was here to do this voice. Hi, oh my god, I love you.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises?
I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. And I've got your report, sir.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir. No, sir, no name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
It's not. I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir! But sir! I'm just following orders, sir! They told me to bring this to you! I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir!
Give me your name.
Yes! Yes, sir! Meekins, sir! Officer Meekins!
Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month.
But sir, I didn't know. Oh, I just noticed he's holding omamori.
He's holding like a protective charm.
Not on.
Oh, I didn't even look at the chat. Thank you. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Jesus, Phoenix. Right. Yes, sir? He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Oh, let's see what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. I'm busy preparing for tomorrow, and I'm not in the mood for idle banter. Especially not with you.
Let's go, Mr. Wright. It's not idle.
Fine, I'll just have to talk with him when he perks up. I just want information. Boo. So temperamental. Bye, Angel. Bye, Angel. Yeah! It's the guy.
We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hmm? Hold on. What's that?
Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that?
Oh, wait. I know. This is that blue badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. I love the blue badger, okay? I think he's cute. He's so stupid looking.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the blue badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. This is his work. What do you mean? Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I think most people hate it, but I think he's cute. And I think the song is cute. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looks like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point. Yeah, she's right. She should say it.
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor blue badger. Fated to dance until he drops. I always get excited when I come to a police station.
Why is that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie.
Huh?
You know, with all the police and criminals.
Oh, well, I don't know if this is all that exciting.
Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust.
Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Well, let's find out. Look at that look, that patrolman is shooting. Look! That patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that and your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair. Maybe they're married.
The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar.
I think most families can figure that out without the extra help.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action!
Somehow the thought fails to excite me. I've never been to a police station, I think. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
You have one. Wait, speaking of ID cards, I found out a detective's card, didn't I? Detective Gumshoe? What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar.
Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Just a second. I want to hear him brag about Edgeworth. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Or Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
Well, what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
Well, what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? That's so funny. She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. And they were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically?
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Oh, sorry. I'm used to my PS4 controller now.
So what are you doing here, Detective? Or Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is the chief of detective. I cannot read today. Our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting this badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall.
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. So, this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Skye called him out there to that parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. I cannot read today, and Lana's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot, again. Again. I think he's gonna be in a tough spot for most of his life. Can I just be honest? I think he's gonna be in a tough spot for like most of his life. Unless he goes to therapy. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. Yeah, I know.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, but practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing all this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. You know. What is wrong with me today? I need to like recenter myself, my brain. Because I'm doing, I guess because I'm like doing all these new voices, but also some old ones. And my brain doesn't know how to read anymore, I guess. Everything being read for me. Okay.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling this case? Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. It's also distracting. There's like a ton of fucking sirens today. Damn. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on the things I don't know about. Yeah. Alright, let's go back. Actually, before we do that, can I... I'm gonna look at all these things. Blood.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey.
Oh, hey, Tetra!
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now there's a scary thought. Can you imagine that man camping? Okay, I think that's all for this.
Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow. One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I can guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, then his name does have a kind of a ring to it. Yeah. Nothing. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime.
The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple of extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair.
You got a temp job going to work at a fruit arrangement shop for Valentine's week. Oh, that's so fun. So you were watching videos on how to peel fruit. That's cool. Have you ever worked like a fruit arrangement shop? Yeah. Have you ever done anything like that before? That's cool. Perhaps.
It just goes to show you, you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light.
She's right. Don't run a yellow light. Means clear the intersection. I know everyone jokes like it means speed up, but don't.
Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out.
You've never done anything like that before? That's exciting though. And always a little bit extra cash. I've been thinking lately, I'm like, if I end up staying here, hopefully I do, if I want to get a summer job, maybe at like Michael's or something. I do miss working at a craft store. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe.
Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing.
No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case.
Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator.
Oh, poor Emma. No, Emma, I'm sure you'll be fine. That's it. Yeah, a long time ago, almost like 10 years ago, I worked at Joann Fabrics as a shift manager. And I kind of miss it. If it had paid living wage and it had benefits and stuff, I would have stayed a lot longer. Looks like the investigation is still going. I'm gonna assume this is Angel. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. Oh, I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Okay, yeah. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here. Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Polyamory. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Actually, yeah, what if I just... Officer Marshall, could you take a look at this? Whoa, partner. If you're fixing to draw on me, you best be ready for a shootout. You ready to become food for the vultures, compadre?
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Somehow I don't think he's going to help us. Okay, it's just saying the same thing. Okay.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Okay, yeah, it's the same thing. He's so real for that, I would also fall asleep. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait.
Too many voices.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore. Okay, now, I see your badge. Looks pretty. Round. Our badge is a star. A lone star shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night.
Note to self. Evildoers are weak against starlight.
Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. What's that? Some sort of police passport. This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Excuse me.
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros.
Ah, a toy shield. Suits the boy well.
Oh my god, my earphones will not stay in.
Or my earbuds, rather. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knot, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point. Thank you. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they can use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas.
Remind me never to visit Texas.
So true. 5:12 p.m. The prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot, real slow like.
A trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Okay, you have nothing to say about the Blue Badger? Oh, that's such a shame. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right?
Well, well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. I'm really having like the worst reading day. A fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Huh? Oh, okay, I see.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot?
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Interesting. I don't mean any offense, but, like, what's your problem? Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Not the farthest from the truth, I guess, of all the things he's said so far. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? Huh? Edgeworth? He says his name? That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe, kicked out of the investigation? Nothing?
Well, at least I can look over here now. B block is through here. Or through there. That's where visitors park.
I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak.
Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Who's to say it's a beefsteak? Right? This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah. Right. Let's check it out. Oh, I wish they would let me do it. I know how to play this game.
Man, what a boring strap.
What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know?
Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. I remember when it was easy to put charms on your phone. What a good time that was. How do I... Oh, here we go.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation.
Got a few charms on my flip phone. Yeah, I even had, like, back in the day when the iPhone had a separate port for headphones and a charger, I had charms on it as well. I miss that. It was fun. Whatever. Let's just check this phone out. Redial. Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
Hey, that song. I know that. I know him. Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to the chief's prospector, Sky. What is Peekapoo?
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtunes. Oh? That? Oh, I'm sorry. That was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Little figurines of Winnie the Pooh in different costumes. Oh. I had, I forget what the name of the style is, but there was that style for a while. I think that was used in even Theater Rhythm and a few other things that Square Enix did, but I had Ventus from Kingdom Hearts as my first phone charm. I remember because I bought him in Artnia in Japan. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
Quite a luxury car. It screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. What's this? It looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
You're right. Let's see. 6-7S 12-2.
There's a name printed on paper. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. The floppy ass tape.
This rope? Is it?
Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Iconic. Truly.
A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water.
It's heavy. I can't even budge it.
The drum over here is on its side.
Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout.
I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested.
What? I'm not suspicious. This wall is in our way.
It's got a faucet for water.
Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank.
I fail to see how it makes it any difference either way. Is there anything I can show you that would catch your interest? I mean, I already showed you this, I guess.
My sister's cell phone.
The last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lana make that call? You have nothing to say about that. Did I get everything here? Oops. One moment. I think I got everything here. I was like not even on pitch, so enthusiastic. Okay, let's see. Actually, let's go. Will Edgeworth have anything new to say? Oh, he's gone. No. Actually, can we snoop on his desk? We can, can't we? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished.
Yeah. I prefer not to have to look at myself while I work. Oh, it's just new. Oh, and he'll say something different about this. These are all case files. They're stacked to the ceiling. Yeah. What's the prosecutor going to do when they get new files?
Splendid, Mr. Wright. What an unusual observation.
I think that was a compliment? That's funny. I didn't notice that before, that you could... Oh, new thing?
Ooh, what a sofa. Soft and comfy sofa. It makes you want to say, sofa, so good.
Sofa. So far? Yeah, I got it. I'm glad she's not an aspiring comedian. Oh. What's this? It looks like a shield of some kind. It's broken. Maybe it's made out of chocolate and its owner took a bite out of it.
It appears to be made out of bronze with gold plating. It's not worth much. $70 tops.
This girl has a thing about pricing everything, doesn't she?
I wonder what that big K means.
Mysterious. We already talked to him about this. I can't believe we have new stuff here.
There's a jacket painted on the wall like a painting. The fabric is high-grade cashmere, Italian styling, silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and a gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000.
$5,000?
Speaking of which, your suit would be about...
That's enough for that. I don't need my life appraised. Thank you very much.
Wow, what an amazing bouquet.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before.
And here beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Is this the I don't think so. Wow, this is, like, if you go here and the Edgeworth isn't here, like, this is what you would be... I get it. Anything new about this? Oh, boy.
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
Red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges.
Yeah. It reminds me of you. Isn't the point to surround the king? Oh, That's fun. Okay. Go here. Can I show you some stuff? Detective, okay, blah blah. Okay, you won't say anything about that. I think I might just have to go to Lana. But there is one more thing I want to try. Here, see this? Okay. Okay, I thought you would admit something there, but that's fine. Oh! What? Okay, then I missed something. Or am I crazy? Do you have something new to say? Okay, there we go. So there's no connection between my detective sister? There's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? Sounds like it. I'll apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill wind, someone's up to something here. But who? Office atmosphere, God, real, very real topic. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
The rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Skye.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma?
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show. For kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. But that's next stream's problem. Perfect. Okay. Well, Bambina. That's a good stopping point. This case is long, but it will be fun. We'll have fun. Or else. Sunday, more of this. Wednesday, we'll see. We made it! Wednesday we will see. But as usual, Friday, I will say Sunday the 18th, I think that is. Sunday the 18th, yeah. Sunday the 18th, I will not be streaming. I will be at an event. I will be running around, most likely as Jiangcheng, and it will be so fun. I feel like the to be continues take even longer to get to. Yeah. Yeah, so there might actually end up being a stream on Wednesday to make up for the fact that there won't be on the next Sunday. But in 2 days, on the 11th, stream will happen. I'll put that event up, like, in a few minutes. And we'll get into the trial. Edgeworth back as the prosecutor. No more Von Karma. Society has progressed past the need for Von Karma. Yeah, so you know the drill. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Thanks for hanging out. And if you've never played it, go play Persona 3 Reload. It's so accessible now, and it is worth every single penny. Okay,